Hey there, Jeremy here from rcnightmare.com, showing you the brand new HPI E-Firestorm Flux. This is probably best described as HPI's answer to the Traxxas Rustler brushless edition, because they've kind of upgraded their latest line to all be waterproof. So things like the Firestorm Flux and the Savage Flux feature a lot of the same electronics. For example, in the Savage, as Traxxas does with the Castle system, but more importantly, it's waterproof. So if you're running a stadium truck, that's generally pretty important. So, you know, out of the box, comes with all the batteries you need. It's waterproof, like I said, 2.4 gigahertz radio, brushless, and two-wheel drive. And I don't know what else I can tell you about it without actually opening it up and checking it out. So stadium trucks, you know, they're great for bashing. You know, my opinion is generally that if you're going to bash, then if you can afford it, you're going to want to do four-wheel drive. But if you can't, stadium trucks are a good alternative. Inside the box, I will say that HPI always does a nice job packaging everything up. I know that's not necessarily the most important thing, but here we have the truck. Inside the box, you'll find your 2.4 gigahertz receiver and actually some HPI plasma AA batteries. My guess is you're looking about 6 minutes of runtime on these. Generally, included batteries are almost never worth the time it even takes you to take out of the package, but they include it, so that's nice of them. Then you've got also 2 additional AA batteries in here as well, with a looks like actually a Dean's connector, which is interesting that it comes with Dean's already soldered on. That's kind of nice. Kind of acknowledging the market that most people decide that they want to go to Dean's, so they're going to help you out. Included in the box is also a nice HPI RC Cars DVD Edition 4, which is probably 2 minutes of useful information with 28 minutes of sales pitches, manual. We'll kind of put this stuff back in the box. Picked this up at our local hobby town here in Germantown, Wisconsin, so they always help us out here at RC Nightmare. So if you live in the Milwaukee area, and I know that a lot of you do, you're not shopping at hobby town, you're wasting your money. It's generally cheaper for us to buy things from there than ordering online, and we can get things by the next day. So you really can't complain there. So let's get into the actual truck here. It's powered by Castle, which is real nice. HPI does a real cool job stylistically on the outside. I will say they really connected here on the design. There's 2 different available designs. There's kind of this orange design, and there's like this pink and yellow design, which looks a lot like a old Blink-182 album cover. Not that they would admit that, but I certainly recognize the color scheme from back when I was a young lad, mad at the world, and wanting to sing about it. So let's get these body clips off so we can check out the truck. Always struggle with these tiny body clips, and HPI has been kind enough to give me 4 of them here. The quick release body pin tags are pretty much the most important thing to have for a guy like me who fat fingers many things in his life. So here's a shell. Kind of your stereotypical shell, but it is really nice looking, honestly. It's clean, and I wouldn't say it's mega flimsy, but it's probably not going to survive too much direct contact. Once you actually take the shell off, the kit is kind of underwhelming. You know, I know that HPI is certainly trying to, and let's zoom in here so you can actually take a better look. Stop looking at my ugly mug. And they've done a good job here kind of blacking everything out, making it look, you know, they've got the black shocks, and even the springs are black. Everything's black. The antenna, black. Tires obviously black. They've got the chrome offset rims. Like most stadium trucks, you've got the more aggressive rear tires where your power is coming from. And then the more stable front tires kind of keep it heading in the direction that you want. You know, outside of Really, what you'll notice is a couple of key things here. The receiver box is a little bit different. It looks somewhat familiar, honestly, to the Traxxas receiver boxes, but it looks a little easier to get at. The servo has obviously been waterproof from the factory. There's no crazy box or anything for you to actually be waterproof. And let's zoom in on the nice shot at the servo here. And you've got your ESC here, which has been rebranded for HPI. Your ESC, and then your motor mount here in the rear. Again, they've gone with the kind of blacked out appearance here as well. So to be honest, it looks pretty clean. Stadium trucks are, at least in what we see, kind of dying in popularity a little bit. You know, a lot of people, if you're going to choose between a stadium truck and a short course truck at the same price point, most people are going with the stadium trucks right now. I'm sorry, the short course trucks. This in my hands, though, I will say feels pretty well built. I would even say that the Blitz, their two-wheel drive short course truck, doesn't feel as solid as this in your hand. The weight distribution is obviously pretty solid in the back where your drive tires are, but you know, it's nice. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the black because it just kind of makes it look like you don't have a heck of a lot going on in there. But they boast up to 50 miles an hour top speed. Obviously that's running on lithium polymer batteries, but this little stadium truck is probably going to be a lot of fun. So if you're into taking something out of the box and having it look real nice, the HPI Firestorm E-Flux is pretty nice. I mean, it comes out of the box, looks real clean. I will say it definitely takes the Russell to school in terms of cool factor. You know, giving you the 2.4 gigahertz and everything's waterproof and it just seems real solidly built. So, you know, am I super excited to get out and run this thing? I'm not quite sure. We don't have a lot of area out here where I'm going to bash anything that's not four-wheel drive. But if you live in an area where you've got a lot of short grass or dirt or road to run these on, or a local track, I actually like these better than two-wheel drive short course trucks in terms of bashing. Obviously, you're not going to really race these, but HPI is certainly taken some strides with their Flux series. Here with obviously the Firestorm and then the new Savage Flux, they definitely stepped it up. And partnering with Castle and going waterproof will, I think, over the next year help get them head-to-head with Traxxas in the market, as long as they keep their quality up and they make sure that part support, which is of course the most important thing, is widely adopted. Our local hobby shop, where we got this, they don't have a heck of a lot of HPI stuff, but they certainly have plenty of Traxxas stuff. So HPI is going to have to work to get better distribution, but you know, we won't really know. I won't really know how much I like this kit until I get out and run it. But for a stadium truck, you know, I gotta say, right out of the box, I'd probably prefer to run this over the Traxxas Rustler. So if you have any comments about the Firestorm Flux here by HPI, it'd be great to hear from you. Post down below. They're relatively new, so we're always looking for people to share their opinions of it, who actually own it. And then, you know, continue the conversation over at our forums at www.rcnightmare.com. Thanks and have a great day.